Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Richard, founder of Short-Term Rental University and Airbnb Superhost. Today's video is talking about things that you encounter in real life and applying them to running your Airbnb business. And I'm going to give you a real-time live example that's very frustrating and what I'm learning about it. Okay, let me set the backstory here. I just flew into Norfolk, Virginia. I had a car rental. The name of the agency will be unnamed just to protect the innocent, although they're not that innocent. But the reality of it is, I flew in, I had a car reservation. In my entire life, I've been renting cars all over the world, and this has never happened to me. They were sold out. They didn't have a car for me. So I said, okay, well, what if I cancel and I just go to any of the other 8 airport rental agencies? And they said, sure, no problem. You can go ahead and do that if you'd like. So I went and I spent the time, and I spoke to each of them, and they were all sold out. And then I had a bright idea. Well, why don't I call downtown Norfolk and get a car from here? Well, guess what? They're sold out too. So there's literally no rental cars in this entire area. Now, when I spoke to this car rental agency, they said it'll be about an hour and we'll call you. I didn't really believe them, either did Charles, so he was nice enough. He came and he picked me up. We're filming all this stuff. It's been about, what, Charles, 2-3 hours now, at least. There's still no phone call. They haven't reached me. So I called them. And what I found was that I can't get in touch with the airport directly. I can only call the main 800 number, and the main 800 number has no knowledge of what's going on at the airport location at all. And the point of the story is not to just complain about it. As you notice, I haven't even mentioned the name of the car service, and while I'm disappointed, listen to that, while I'm disappointed, it'll all work out. I recognize that. But I will never use this car rental company again, ever, anywhere in the world. They just lost a customer forever. So what's the lesson? They didn't put themselves in the guest's shoes. They oversold too much inventory. They didn't plan properly. And I could forgive that. I mean, airplanes do it all the time. Hotels do it. I guess car companies do it too. I've never had that happen, but it happens. But where they really dropped the ball was never calling me like they said they would. You have to say what you're going to do and then do what you say. And they didn't do that. That's not very hospitable. That's not very responsible. That's not very professional. So be proactive, be thoughtful, put yourself in the guest's shoes, and I can roll with those punches. That's cool. And here's where it gets really bad. So now I've called the 800 number. They can't tell me anything. I have no way of reaching them. So if you have somebody who's trying to check into your Airbnb, you have to be responsive. You have to be responsible. If you're running late for their check-in, the maids are still there, and that's happened to me, communicate it to them, explain it to them, and then stay in contact with them. And if they reach out to you, make sure that you respond quickly and tell them what's going on, and then do something nice for them. Try and make it up to them. Apologize. Be empathetic. So those are all things that can keep you in good graces with your guests and maintain a 5-star review. If I had to review this car company, 0, never again. And we don't need to do that. We all have accidents, mistakes, overbookings, time problems, maids don't show up. It happens. But how you respond to it and how you handle it is entirely up to you, and it's in your power. And we can all learn from this terrible experience, because it's almost impossible to do this level of poor customer service, and we can all just do better. If it were me, I would have said, we're going to waive a day, we're going to contact you in an hour. I would have called myself in an hour. I would have called with an update. I'd call a second time, a third time, whatever, maybe drop the car off to me. I mean, who knows? There's a million things that they could do. But being unreachable, not proactive, not communicative, setting my expectations falsely, taking a reservation when they have no reason to take a reservation, all of that is nonsense in this day and age. And realize that guests vote with their feet. So I'm walking out the door on this car rental company, and I'm just going to their competitor. Let me know what you think.